Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were, and you could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you lose. You hear about it constantly. It matters. Heard about it with Jesse Palmer in the Georgia-Florida rivalry. It was a big-time deal. They're going to be playing with emotion. Who can handle that emotion early, get settled in, and throw that first punch?
Here's a gift to Frazier. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Keeps it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Selling the fake. Complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
To the air, it's Stockton. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. The Gamecocks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him.
Snags it, and he's open. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throwing, Sellers. Escapes the sack. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. So they're fortunate to fall on that football, but it's still second and long. Nice grab in traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Sellers from the gun on third down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Got an alley. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this this offseason. There was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Third down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Play action on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Handoff for Frazier. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Handoff to the single back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go play action with Sellers. Right side, it's Hunt. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with fourth. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for space. It's McAllister.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes a grab and he's dragged down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Needs it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, the offense staying aggressive on this drive. The second time now they've gone for it on 4th, and they get it. This time they do it on the ground.
Sort of serves two purposes, doesn't it? You keep the drive alive, and you sort of crush their spirit, too.
Yeah, this defense, they've been playing a lot of snaps as well. So you sort of got to wonder physically just how much gas do they have left in the tank here.
Running inside, it's McAllister. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Harbor.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Second and long here. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Sells to fake. That's caught. It's Taylor. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Play fake, Sellers. Rolls right. He'll pull it down.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Here's Sellers to throw. Comes down, it's Harbor. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Fuller. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it. Sees an alley. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run it. It's McAllister. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They'll give to Frazier. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's got the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Throwing, Sellers. Grabbed behind the line. It's McAllister. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Out wide right, it's Bennett. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Has to throw it away on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Trying to take it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Sellers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the field goal unit is on the field. Good right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conroy.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the number 16 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Wildcats, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Checking in with the South Carolina head coach coming out of the locker room. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Sellers to throw. Holds on. It's Harbor. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now. Right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that thing.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's McAllister. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Throwing Sellers. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. The Gamecocks will go for it on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right back to it. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
4th down, Sellers. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. Motion from the wideout. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The third sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
In the backfield, it's Frazier. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, looking to pass. Took a shot as he threw. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. And keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to it.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding possibilities.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll ride him again. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for room. It's McAllister. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll go to the counter play. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The only drama left, awaiting the clock to run out, gives us a minute to check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country and get a win like this late in the season, and that really adds some strength to your playoff resume. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Sellers rushes on, and he gets it away.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking for the edge. Now the toss. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a three-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He makes a catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Bulldog! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They'll run it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. And he gets rid of it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Hunt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Georgia sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their...
Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And this offense has really struggled. And the only play they've made is to him out wide. So I understand why they're going back to him, but they've got to find something to get kick-started, to get moving, to get grooving. They've really, really struggled outside of the one play to that receiver out wide.
Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Looking to throw at Stockton. Finds his tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Right side, it's Humphries. Right down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
This team desperately trying to hold on, trying to avoid the late season upset that could be so costly. There he goes!
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
We've got a potential big upset percolating, and one that could spoil everything this team's worked for up to this point. Rides to the back. Looking for a crease. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Blue 22.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got the first down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Could be an alley. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Pulls it looking for a crease. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Georgia using its final timeout here. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO got him. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Left side is Frazier. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Good stop there.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific